And joining us as he does each month is District Attorney Scott Reilly from the 36th Prosecutorial District. Mr. Reilly represents Catawba, Caldwell, and Burke counties. It's always good to see you.
Oh, thank you very much, Rob.
Thanks
nice to be here.
Oh,
yes,
it's always great to talk to you and get an update from what's going on in the DA's office. And I know that one of the items you want to talk about and what you want to start with is something that's actually just passed, an honor for our peace officers.
Right, it's very important. It's Peace Officer Memorial Week. This week passed. May 15th is actually the day, but we recognize it the entire week. John F. Kennedy started this back in 1963, and it honors all our law enforcement officers who have been killed or harmed in the line of duty during the past year. And we have our end of the week celebration or memorial at Catawba Memorial Park, where we have a wreath laying ceremony. There is the Catawba County Honor Guard will be there. They have a 21-gun salute. They play taps, and it's very emotional. It's stirring. Fidel Sipe, who is the chief of police at the Newton Police Department, was the keynote speaker this year.
Also, another group that we love to recognize as often as possible, veterans. And every year, this is a great event. I've been to it multiple times, the Veterans Stand Down, and that is coming up, actually.
It comes up on June 17th at CVCC from 9 until 2. They'll have breakfast and lunch. All veterans from Western North Carolina are invited to attend. There is some pre-registration, so go to foothillsstanddown.com if you want to pre-register for some dental care or medical care. But anybody that shows up can have the camaraderie with other veterans, and if they're in need of resources for substance abuse or homelessness or clothing, all that will be provided there on June 17th.
And this started out years ago as just for homeless veterans, but it's expanded in the years since.
Exactly, and it's a wonderful event, and it'll be at CVCC, and all those resources will be there so they can apply for and receive benefits while they're there.
Yeah, the Tarleton Complex is a great place for that. One of the topics that you and I have sadly discussed a number of times is drug overdoses. Fentanyl is becoming a real scourge in the community, isn't it? It
really is, and what's happening is it's coming through our southern borders, coming up into Atlanta, Georgia, and then to Charlotte, and then unfortunately into Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell County. And once it gets into our counties, it gets into our high schools, and it's very disappointing to see high school sophomores, juniors, taking what they think is an opiate, which might be laced with illegal fentanyl. Fentanyl is 100 times more potent than morphine and can kill you the very first time that you take it. And our law enforcement officers are working as hard as they can to identify these sources, where they're coming from, and trying to stop that. But I would encourage all parents to go on your children's phones, because that's what law enforcement officers do. If your child ends up dead, the law enforcement officer is going to look at that phone, and generally they find where that source is coming from. So it's very important to go on your children's phones, see what they're doing. Also with child predators, as far as some of these people that are on the phone talking with your children, some of these predators, that's how they get to them, is through the phone. So it's very important.
We appreciate you coming in as always. Thank you for what you do and for what your staff does, and we'll talk to you again next month.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Scott Reilly, our District Attorney for the 36th Prosecutorial District, that is Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties. He joins us each month. And now back to you, Ralph.